Hello everyone, my name is Seth and today I'm going to give you my review of The Holdovers. So if you've been watching my reviews over the last little bit, you know I've kind of been on a streak when it comes to movies where I've seen a lot in a row where it's just been okay, fine to I didn't really enjoy it. And I am so thankful to say that the Holdovers have broken that streak. But before I go any farther, go ahead and like this video, hit subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a video. I love the Holdovers. I expected to like it. I went into the theater expecting to like it, but I didn't expect to come out loving it. This is such a special film. I'm going to go ahead and recommend it to everybody. There's no spoilers in this, so you don't have to worry, but please go see this film. Our story follows a cranky history teacher, played by Paul Giamatti, at a remote prep school who is forced to remain on campus over the holidays with a troubled student who has no place to go. This film is just so delightful. Like I mentioned with my review of The Killer, I don't need a big, complicated story with a ton going on with twists to enjoy the film. This is a straightforward story, but with the characters and the performances and just kind of everything around this film, it's what makes this story so special. These characters are so well written. They feel real. They have real needs and wants. They all have really defined personalities, but none of them really fall into any stereotypes or anything like that. And they're so incredibly well developed. And I would say you have probably met people like this in real life. You know, you probably had a teacher like Mr. Hunnam. I know I have. I've had a friend like Angus Tully in this film. Like, he really reminded me so much of a friend that I had in high school. I've seen and experienced grief like you see with Mary in this film. These characters grow and change over the course of the film. They have great character arcs, but they don't completely change who these characters are at a core. They just learn and grow. And I can't say enough good things about the script. I can't say enough good things about how these characters are written. This is a really clever movie. It's really, really well written all the way around. It's really funny. There's some really funny situations and really funny dialogue, and it all just feels real. This doesn't feel like characters trying to make a joke or doing something because the screenplay says that they have to. This feels real, and that's one of the best compliments I can give it. The performances across the board in this whole film were really good, and that is also what helps these characters come across as well as they do. Paul Giamatti is really, really good in this. He's incredible. I think this is one of the best performances of the year, and if I was in charge, he would definitely be getting an Oscar nomination for me. He is able to balance kind of the funny and the drama. He has really good emotional moments, and it just all comes together for really a brilliant performance. He brought so much depth to this role, and you could even kind of tell based off his performance what kind of a character he was going to be like the first 5 seconds of meeting him. I loved his chemistry with the rest of the cast, but especially with Dominic Sessa. And Dominic Sessa played Angus Tully. He was awesome. I loved his character. I loved his performance so much. This just felt like such a real and honest performance. He played the comedy so well. He played the drama so well. And there was tons of layers to this character. And this is his first role ever. Like, he's done theater stuff, but like, this is his first movie or TV role ever. And that is so impressive. He was actually a student at the school that they filmed at. And a lot of times when they do that, part of the agreement is that the production has to audition the students that want to. And there is absolutely a reason he got this role. I already can't wait to see him in more stuff, and I'm so excited for where his career is going to go because I think he has a super bright future. Davine Joy Randolph played Mary in this, and this was another amazing performance. She had a really great character arc, and she performed that really well. She does such a great job portraying grief and healing throughout this movie. All the other actors do a great job in this, like I said, but we mostly focus on those three. Now, there were some other students in this film that we get to know a little bit more, and I really began to enjoy all of their chemistry together. And I was a bit sad when they exited the film for the bulk of it, but I was even more excited to get to see these two characters of Mr. Hunnam and Angus Tully just kind of be forced together. I loved the set and the atmosphere. It was just really cozy. There's just something about all of the snow they had outside with kind of like the warm seeming interiors. It just made for a really pleasant watching experience. And I think the time that this movie is set kind of over Christmas break makes for a really good kind of holiday season watch. And there were no sound stages or sets used. Everything in this film was real locations, and that helped it feel a lot more lived in. Like I said, with the performances and the dialogue and everything, this just helps add to the feeling of realness throughout this film. It almost feels like less of watching a movie and just being immersed in these characters' lives. I wanted to spend more time in this world with these characters. And I think it really pulls off the feel of the 70s. There's some films that try but don't quite get the vibe, but they nail it. You might not would guess it by watching the film, but this was shot digitally, and all of the things like the film grain and other things like that were all added in post-production, and it made for a really good kind of 70s feeling vibe. And I love the cinematography here. They have excellent uses of close-ups. I love when they go really wide and have these wide exterior shots. They do a good job of making us familiar with our location. I walked out of the theater just smiling from ear to ear. I can't recommend this movie enough. This is one of the best movies I've seen this year, and I would not be surprised if you hear more about this film come Oscar time. It's probably my second favorite film of the year. It is so well written. You have really great characters with a lot of depth and layers who are performed all incredibly well. It has the comedy, it has the drama, and the real emotion. It's very heartwarming, and it's just a very sweet and thoughtful film. I don't have another choice. I think I got to give it a 5 out of 5 stars. But that's it. That's my review of The Holdovers. Have you seen this film? Let me know what you thought in the comment section down below. If you have not seen it, please take my advice. Go see it. I really do not think you would regret it. I love this film. Don't forget to like this video, hit subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a video. You can follow me on social media pretty much anywhere, @CinemaSeth, and I'll see you next time.